Jo. Dann gucken wir mal, wie es im Labyrinth geht. Besonders jetzt mit Halora zusammen.
Where am I?
What should I do? I'll need to explain everything, won't I?
We don't have much of a choice now. No point in keeping secrets here.
Halara? Let me explain. And that's how this mystery labyrinth involving the Nailman killings materialized.
I see. So mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves, and the truth is encased deep within. I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte. I must admit, it's quite a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this. Who are you? I refuse to think you're just a trainee detective.
To be honest, this isn't my ability.
Before you continue, tell me, who is that woman beside you?
Her name is Shinigami. I think the simplest way to describe her is that she's a guide for the mystery labyrinth.
That's me! I'm also Master Scary Cute Mentor.
On to my next question.
You're just gonna ignore me?
You mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard the rumors about that around town. Why are you investigating that case?
Huh? What are you talking about? We were just investigating the Nailman case together.
The Nailman. We were pursuing that case together?
You don't remember? There was a young boy who wanted to hire a detective and you turned him down.
I do remember you received a request from a child about some case, and you ended up seeking my help. The cost for hiring me was 5,500,800 yen.
You remember the exact amount.
But I can't remember what the case involved. I do vaguely recall investigating something. My mind is clouded. I don't remember exactly what was being investigated or what was discovered.
Could that be...
Yeah, it's because of the Mystery Labyrinth. The Mystery Labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it. If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would be locked away. Though, if you have a pact with me, you wouldn't be affected. But I guess that part of the pact can't be shared.
This is the Mystery Labyrinth's defense mechanism, then. It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure, the truth, to have a significant level of security.
Yep, totally not strange at all. Halara here sure is smart.
Halara.
Oh, don't mind her. She gives people random nicknames.
Anyway, since my memories of the case have been taken away, I will provide a supporting role for your investigation.
Supporting role?
As long as we're in here, I will act as your assistant. Well, that's the same as our original agreement.
That means we can't rely on Halara's detective skills to blast through this dungeon. That's unfortunate, but it's still nice to have an ally.
Hey, Master, before we head into the mystery labyrinth, let's do that thing.
Huh? What thing?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Yeah, I am.
Das Zeug. Das rauskotzen.
Well, this world is just full of surprises. I assume that sword is used to cut down enemies interfering with your progress through the mystery labyrinth.
You're right. It's a special sword that can interact with things here.
I better materialize the solution keys I got during the investigation, too. That was a lot. Here you go.
Do you have to vomit them out every time?
What? Should I use a different hole instead?
Sorry, please don't mind her.
All right, we're all set. Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
I understand that progressing through this mystery labyrinth will allow us to obtain the truth. But what happens to us if we can't find it?
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
Oh, what?
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind. Your soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the mystery labyrinth, and you vanish entirely. In other words, you die.
Why are you laughing? You should have told me this a long time ago!
Now relax, quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway. Isn't that right, Hellara?
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
You're taking this awfully well, Hellara. What's this?
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes. I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
Oh, I see.
You see? Master, this is your job. So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
Okay.
Are you going to the fourth locked room?
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
No, I can only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost die. It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
The fourth locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the Nailman killings.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower. In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Which means that's the corpse.
Yeah, there were also lots of dolls nailed to the walls. It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes left behind by that Nailman guy from the urban legend.
Hence the Nailman killings. From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well. I see. So the shutters were locked too.
This is the third floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
So it really is a locked room mystery.
Hey! If this is a locked room, aren't we stuck in here too? Oh no! Master! You're trapped unless you solve this mystery! Otherwise, you'll run out of time and your soul gets snuffed out! You better hurry!
Hey! Huh?
I see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
I'm surprised you're so calm after seeing that.
Hey. Ach, immer die gleiche Frage. Okay. Da.
Here. It has to be here.
Ja.
The culprit must have escaped through the window.
And your reasoning?
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed. It was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down, and once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it automatically locked.
In that case, let's try leaving this locked room in the same way!
Right, let's try it.
Oh nein.
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
Is he that peacekeeper?
It's a mystery phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
You think the culprit really escaped from here? This high up?
Ja.
If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Help!
drag me down with you.
We can't leave a guest behind, Halara! It would be downright unmannerly! It's so simple.
Oh. Krieg den Knopf, wenn du denkst, dass du die richtige Antwort auf die Frage hast.
This might be a little tough for you, Master.
Ah, okay.
Yuma, the mystery labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. So solving it will get us out of this, right?
I think so.
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all. You must have seen the
Da noch
answer with
nicht.
your own eyes. Try to remember.
Mit den Ermittlungen hat sie mir noch nicht geholfen.
Master, concentrate!
Okay.
No, I can't dodge it.
Was?
Master, concentrate!
This must be it.
That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window.
This is it.
The nail that was stuck in the doll under the window had some rub marks on it. The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails had been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window, unless you've had special training for it. There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went down.
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you. Ah!
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
Ow! We're alive, I think.
Yuma, are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. You saved me, Halara.
Was?
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money well spent, no?
Well, it was a lot of money.
Come on! Are you two just gonna keep staring at each other all day? Let's get out of this locked room!
Right.
So this is the rope ladder in question. It certainly would help you escape. The details of the case are still unclear to me. Was this found in the church's incinerator?
That's right. It didn't concern me at the time, but it makes sense now. The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together. And that's how they made a rope ladder.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom, it would have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props. To me for training you!
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it?
Ah, he's back!
That doesn't change our verdict at all. The watchmaker is the culprit.
Master, boom kill the mystery phantom blocking your path!
Yeah!
Yeah.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime. The watchmaker was also at the scene.
Oops.
And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room and escaped via the rope ladder.
This is the truth!
the watchmaker is afraid of heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up. So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime. He's not the nail man.
Damn you!
Das reicht ihm. Einfach, dass wir sagen, der hat
You said
Höhenangst.
these mystery phantoms try to cover up the case, right? Which means the peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
I don't know why, but it's clear the peacekeepers are involved with this case.
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Ward's ultimate secret. All the more reason to seize the truth. Let's go.
Right.
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
By the way, Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Hellara. So, nope, You can't use the solution blade.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened. Let's return to the case. Assuming the watchmaker isn't the culprit, do you have any notion of who is?
I do. Halara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit.
Yeah.
I think I understand the reason why now. That rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church. Prompt and logical. I am quite impressive.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn? Hey! A treasure chest! Can I open it? Check it out! A new solution key!
We're back to the original spot.
So, we cleared the first route. We just need to keep this up and go through each shrine one by one to gather clues about the culprit. Which supposedly leads to solving the real-life case. I'm starting to understand how the mystery labyrinth operates.
You learn fast. Unlike a certain master I know.
If you're so impressed, why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
Oh, are you sulking? You're the jealous kind, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
We're short on time, aren't we? Let's move on.
Right.
I can't wait to reap the culprit's soul. What do we do next? You can choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one you're most confident with?
Let's see...
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki district. An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Are you going to the first locked room?
Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again? But if the mystery isn't solved, then I won't escape this place. Trapped in a cramped room with these two.
Hey.
Sounds kind of fun, actually.
Huh.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and take care of this.
Yeah, okay. This is where I used Halara's forte with my coalescence for the first time. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different. Those are most suspicious. Here! I know! What about the vent?
You believe the culprit escaped through the vent?
Yes, I'm sure of it. When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the 4 corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
ludicrous. You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
Master! Poking full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course!
What does that mean?
How ludicrous. They used the vent?
Yeah.
That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed.
Then
How ludicrous. They used the vent? That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed. There's no foothold to use to reach it.
I'll slash through this mystery. Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent. The weight caused the nails to bend.
So you're forced to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing to escape through the vent. Did you find that out using my post-cognition?
Yeah, without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
You'll never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got lectured again! Sucks to be a rookie, huh? Anyway, let's head out. I'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
Oh.
The Mystery Labyrinth. Such a bizarre place. I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
You mean like an emergency exit? Unfortunately, I don't think that exists.
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one, kinda.
There is?
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
Hmm.
And that is...
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway.
Hmm.
So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
Got it.
Huh.
There it is! Another treasure! So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll? Oh, that's me! Alright, another solution key!
Looks like another clue leading us toward the culprit.
Someone pen.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble. And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
So the culprit must be thin. We're narrowing down the possibilities quite nicely.
Was?
Keep it up, Master! This is all thanks to my training. Alright, let's keep going and solve the remaining locked rooms! The second locked room mystery occurred 3 months ago in that mansion. The corpse was inside the study, and the room's key was found underneath the corpse. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Are you going to the second locked room?
Ja.
There are dolls nailed across the room. The victim is nailed down in the same manner. And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other nailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room or we're not leaving.
I'll try. The door was locked when the corpse was found. And the only key was underneath the body. There are no windows that could have been used to escape, and the vent is too small to fit through. So how did the culprit escape from here?
Nope.
I wonder if the water tank is connected to the outside.
Let's say that it is. Still, it's not big enough for someone to swim through it.
Right. Here. This has to be the spot.
But
To To leave the room, the culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Moment, was?
Sure.
Wir können mit Sachen von hier interagieren? Okay.
After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Hold on, let me think this over. We should go back inside for now. What? Huh?
Huh?
Looks like we're locked out.
This is bad, Master! You better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
What do I do?
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open the path. You can do it, can't you?
Yes, I'll try.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they managed to throw the key right under the corpse from here...
Der will mir jetzt nicht ernsthaft sagen, dass
It stopped.
der annimmt.
But nothing happened. The door is still closed.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right track about the key being thrown in.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible
Yeah.
to position it under the corpse.
Ja.
I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room. I'm beginning to understand what happened here.
Oh, Lara, have you already solved the trick to this locked room?
You haven't?
Hey, quit playing hard to get and tell us. Or just me. You can whisper it in my ear.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Xian. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was definitely tossed inside. But that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in? Maybe the corpse was moved? That would explain how it was on top of the key. But how do you move a body from outside a locked room?
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
At least give me a heads up first.
It says, how was the corpse moved?
I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but...
Evidence was left at the scene.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Tool?
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a true detective.
Got it.
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor. So, I'll help you out. Are you ready? You better be.
Huh? Ready for what?
Lay it all out, Master!
Oh.
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle?
Naja.
I'm so bored! Hurry on over! Nice! Nice!
Kann man das irgendwie... Man kann rein und rauszoomen, cool, aber... Dass das Kackding sich schneller dreht.
That's right! That's right! Tick made it in the nick of time! Nice!
That's right. There was evidence of a thin string being used at the scene of the crime. A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
You really think a tiny string could move a whole corpse?
There he is again! That rude and gloomy guy!
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor. Which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Indeed. It would be impossible.
Laura, you think so too? So I was wrong the whole time? Huh? The door!
The truth is slipping further away!
Of course it is. Because your deduction is wrong. You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
Master, let's take him down first!
Yeah.
Your deduction is wrong. Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
I'll slash through this mystery. No, there was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline. But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains. In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered.
Huh?
What? What's this?
Ugh, gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved. You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work? Am I just wrong about it all?
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
Laura!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene indicate the corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pinned body moved? That bizarre bloodstain holds the clue to all of this.
The bloodstain? If the bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved, even while pinned...
Master, we gotta chase after the door! It's getting further away!
Hey, wait!
I won't let you!
That's right! The corpse was sitting up at first. That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down. The string I mentioned before was thin but sturdy. It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place. That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it. The culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
Hat der Täter aber Glück gehabt, dass er gleich beim ersten Versuch, oder mit einem Versuch, den Schlüssel richtig
It appears this locked room mystery will finally be solved.
richtig hingeworfen hat. Hätte er da verkackt. Ja. Wäre auch nicht mehr reingekommen.
Huh? When did that happen?
Maybe you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Master,
Außer der
you know
hat-
the answer, right? Let's finish this.
Außer der konnte den Schlüssel irgendwie mit einem Faden auch dahin bringen.
You gotta think like the culprit, Master. Blood place is suspicious. You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
Maybe you got the order wrong. Stay calm, collect your thoughts. First, you need to tie the fishing line down. Find a sturdy spot where it can be easily retrieved later.
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent. After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place. That's it! It passed through a doll's eye! And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else.
No, there's no need for the line to go there. Stay calm and try to gather your You proved that yourself already.
Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. That was... here, behind the neck. The line ends here to support it. Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Hang on. Why pull the line through the doll first? Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place. Next, the fishing line.
There are 3 points with signs of wear from the line. That should tell you what happened next. Think it over one more time. There are 3 points with signs of wear from the line. Think it over.
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next... The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And then... the key was thrown through the gap in the vent. If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then... the corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key. That's how the culprit created the locked room.
Hooray! You did it! That's my master!
the bloodstains were strange. The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body. But the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor. That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
That sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it. Looks like we finally made it to the treasure chest. Speaking of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open it? Which is me, of course.
This is probably another clue leading to the culprit. I'm not sure how we use it. Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it for now.
Woher wissen wir eigentlich, dass es eine Angelschnur war und nicht? Weiß nicht.
Let's solve the rest.
Gibt doch spezielle Fäden, die extrem robust sind oder so. Ja. Okay. Rest. Ich nehme an, selbst wenn wir das hier lösen, kommt noch ein bisschen Final-Bonuszeug, was noch ein bisschen dauern wird. Ja, mach mal. Erstmal. Pause. Ach, habe ich eigentlich... Ich kann Sachen... Moment. Okay. Ja, also nächstes Mal dann geht's hier weiter.